The most dangerous part of building an airplane isn't the 1,200 hours spent in the garage, it's the first 5 minutes in the sky. For 30 years, I've dreamed of this moment. Now it's my mission. I'm a Marine. I've been in the hot seat before, but nothing compares to the weight of the first flight. If I even missed one critical detail, I'm about to find out. It's go time. I'm Jeremy Drolbeck, mortgage master and airplane builder, but this is what I love. Let's get you home. Welcome back. If you've been following since the first crate arrived, you know how much sweat equity I have in this plane, but building it's only 90% of the work. Now it's time for the final exam. In this video, we're taking the airplane from the driveway to the runway. We're gonna run through and load it up on the trailer, do some mechanical checks and some taxiing. I am looking for any reason not to leave the ground. Stick with me because after 10 months of doing adult Legos in my garage, it's time to ease in on the throttle, pull back on the stick, and see if this bird can touch the clouds. Let's go fly. I know you guys want to see her fly, and believe me, so do I. But first, I gotta get her to the hangar, and that means folding back the wings. It's a matter of popping a couple bolts out. It really does help to have an extra set of hands. But check it out as we slide them on back and push her out of the garage. This is the last night she sleeps in the driveway. Tomorrow morning we hook her up to a trailer and head to the airport. No more garage lights at 2 a.m. No more just one more bolt before bed. From here on out, her home is the sky and her bedroom is the hangar. Lowering 1,200 hours of work down a steep driveway is a special kind of stress. Because the steering is limited and the grade is steep, we're using a tractor to inch the Kitfox down the hill. There's no room for error when your dream is on the line. Once we have her winched up and secured on the flatbed, the mission changes. The garage days are officially behind us, and it's time to trade the driveway for the runway. The second we pull into the field, the energy shifts. There's instant activity everywhere. Seeing Matt touch down in his Citabria is the perfect welcome. It's a reminder that this is where she belongs. All right, so we are out here at the hangar. Finally got the plane moved out here, and I'm just working on the chasing down, just making sure the engine, I got a couple little drips, coolant drips I'm working on cleaning up. I'm about to run it up here again and get those taken care of. And just organizing the hangar and stuff. So this is the airport. Let me just kind of show you around here so you can see the field. We got a couple visitors and the hangar. Again, cleaning it up, getting it organized. But the plane is here. And we are just wrenching on some stuff.
So I've been chasing a couple leaks down. I just can't get mainly the coolant. Hoping I got it now. I got another 1/8 of a turn on the oil line. It was dripping, and I tightened it, and then it was fine, and then it dripped again. So I put another little turn on it. And the coolant lights, band lamps Kitfox sent are trash. They're like the Chinese knockoff special. So I tried some T-clamps off Amazon that were stainless steel, pretty good quality, but I just couldn't tighten them down enough. So I went up to O'Reilly Auto Parts and got some stainless steel, like quality, more old school band clamps. So they're not the T-clamps. So freaking hopefully these things work. The guy at O'Reilly says they're the best. That's the thing to use. So I don't know. He said it's for an airplane. He didn't really care. So hopefully here after this run up, I do not have any leaks. Just kind of letting it warm up here. Once we get to 140, I'm going to take it to 3,500 RPMs. I'm going to run it there for a minute, see what happens. I think I've gotten all the fuels. I had a fuel leak. I think I got that. I think everything was leaking in one spot. I had a brake line leak in here. I think I got that. There's just teeny drips, like we're not talking major leaks, but anyways, I want to taxi this thing around, and I don't want to do it until I know that I don't have leaks.
Okay, so we double check everything's off. It is off. Oil leaks, or fuel leaks, was up in here. This one looks dry. Over here, this was the mother effer. Mother effer is right. I fought some oil lines, and the hardest thing was I couldn't get anything done. There were cool airplanes and new friends everywhere. And the toys. Oh, the cool airplane toys. That's so cool. But I did manage to get some taxi checks in. Check it out.
We're just kind of letting the engine warm up here. Gonna do a run up. Kind of a last check for leaks and things. Run through the flight test card for the engine, which I've done some of this testing already. Been button up, leaks and things like that. Making sure everything's dialed in on the gauges, making adjustments to the amp meter and things. Let's go ahead and do a brake test. We're going to taxi down to the end of the runway. Just keeping an eye on the instruments here. So coolant temps, all the EGT temps are good. Right now, the coolant temp's good. Fuel pressure's good, and oil temp's coming up. So we don't want to run it up till our oil temp's up a little warmer. They say plus 120 degrees, so we're at 90. But yeah, everything's looking good. So let's do a brake check. All right. This is the home base airport. Been taxiing it around a bunch, just getting the feel for everything. A lot of flying a tailwheel seems to be the ground control side of it. I figured if I'm going to brake the plane, I'd rather brake it on the ground, so run up and down this runway here quite a few times. It's actually a really nice grass strip. We got some trees at the end, but you can kind of curve off to the right. The other end of the runway, we got power lines. Those are at 45 feet. Is what it is. It's about a 2,500 foot runway, and which is plenty for a Kitfox. Temperature to come up the rest of the way. Just taking another glance at the instruments. EGT's temps are still good. Our coolant temp's good. Everything's looking good there. Fuel pressure is good. We can pull up some instruments on our display here too. If we want to just kind of monitor the gauges, there you go. That's how I'm reading right now. So I'm waiting for that oil temp to get into the green. And there we go. So let's go ahead and do a run-up procedure here. We're going to test our lanes and everything, fuel pumps, make sure everything's good. And just getting ready, making sure the plane's all good to go. Like I said, if I'm going to brake it, I'd rather brake it on the ground. So let's go ahead and run through our run-up checklist. So, flight controls are boxed, altimeter, and fuel pumps are on, fuel pressure is in the green, fuel quantity set. Alright, let's run it up. So oil temp is greater than 120. Coolant temp's up and warm. Okay, cycle the top 3 times. That's RPM variation. Manifold pressure. And oil pressure variation. Firm, prep, good.
All right, I'm sitting here out at the airport finishing up stuff on the Kitfox. I've had the Cowlings on now. Just did another run up for the first time with that Cowlings on. Just checking everything out. I'm doing a once over before the first flight here, which in theory will be tomorrow, depending on the weather. Here's a quick preview of what she looks like in the hangar. Getting ready for the first flight. You know, these cowlings are a pain in the butt. So I still got to make a couple screw adjustments here. You probably can't even see it on camera, but we'll do that when I pull the cowling off again because it's kind of a hassle. They're on there good. So, but I can just streamline it a little more. So this is it. Pulled the catalogs off. I'm going to look at those tonight. Everything's good. Past the airworthiness. We'll do a good pre-flight of her. But at this point, just gotta get up there and do it. Well, the prep is done. It's a plane. This is what you've been watching get built. I'm so glad I left the Cowling carbon fiber. It matches so well with the E-prop and the carbon fiber spinner E-prop provides. Super cool. Really happy the way cosmetically everything turned out. I think performance-wise it's going to be stellar, but we will find out soon enough. All right, it's go time. You guys have waited long enough, and trust me, so have I. Today we find out if 1,200 hours of work actually flies. Every bolt is torqued, every wire is checked, and I am ready to go. But first, a quick safety briefing.
By then, I'll be around that pattern a couple times, and we're just going to come back in and land.
Yep. So I'm basically going to come down through the trees. I'll be low between the trees and the cornfields, cross over the threshold, and get the rest of the power out, just slow the airplane up and let it settle. Yep. If I have any problems where I'm just going too fast and I'm floating for too long, my go around point is going to be basically the end of those trees.
My pit crew thought the matching shoes I bought for this special day were hilarious.
I loaded up and took my position at the end of the runway.
Okay, first flight. Let's do it. I am nervous, but that is good, and that means we are being safe. let's run through this here. So all the instruments are currently in the green. Manifold pressure is good. RPMs are good. Brake controls are good. Okay, we are set to field elevation. Fuel quantity is good. Fuel pressure is good. Avionics. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 programmed in. Radio set. Run up oil temp is good. Prop full. Okay, we're gonna apply some power.
Yeah, she says hurry up and go.
This is it. The preparations are done. The bird is ready. And now comes the hard part. I've been through a lot as a Marine, but I don't think I've ever felt nerves quite like this. Building it is one thing. Trusting your life to it is another. But you don't get the view without taking the risk. It's time to stop talking and start flying. Here we go.
Voice inside my soul. That compass tells me where to go. Everything I touch turns to gold. It's automatic on the roll. Let's ignite this feeling. Gotta let it out. Dancing on the ceiling. Come down. How about that? How about that? How about that?
Let's stop right here. I made it in the air, and I'm not going to lie, I am terrified. You can see in next few clips my hand just shaking. But I shook my fears off, faced them, and continued on with the flight.
You guys copy?
Copy. Looks great.
All right, I'm at 80 miles per hour, 2,000 feet. I'm just going to talk through some of this with you guys as I do it, just tell you what I'm doing.
Roger that, we're listening. Can you read off coolant and other temps?
All right, as you can see, I made it off the ground. But I still had to land this sucker, and my nerves were still racing. You see, this was the first time I'd ever flown a Kitfox solo, and the first time I'd ever flown a Tailwheel solo, and I still had to land it. But the goal of this first flight was to get off the ground, check basic flight controls, 3 quick trips around the pattern, and land. Tear the cowlings back off and check for leaks. And so I did just that and proceeded with the mission.
Lights are really bright. Keep in mind that as you make your first approach, if it isn't going well, you can just turn it into a low approach just to gauge the descent and the speeds and everything too. That's looking good. Looking good. Oh, little bounce. Just flare it. There you go. That's nice.
That's Matt you hear coaching me through the radio. It was so comforting to hear his voice. I knew I was going to bounce the plane when I landed because my intention was to land fast, and Matt was the one who taught me how to fly a tailwheel aircraft. So having him there was just like learning in his Citabria. Nothing but his voice in my headset coaching me through the flight. Seeing the earth drop away under the wings you built with your own 2 hands, there's no words for that. 1,200 hours and 10 months led to this moment. Mission accomplished. She flies straight. She flies fast. She's exactly what I hoped she'd be. People ask me why I spent my nights and weekends in the garage instead of relaxing. This is why. Because the view from up there is earned, not given.
I can't believe how fast he got off the ground.
To anyone sitting on a dream, stop waiting, start building. It's finally real.
All right, let's pop that cork here.
Now let's celebrate. We've got a long way to fly. Cheers. This airplane was built in my garage, but it wasn't built alone. It took a village of YouTubers to teach me, fellow pilots who encouraged me along the way, and an incredibly patient family to get this bird into the sky. To my wife and family, thank you for giving me the space and hours to chase a 30-year dream. I know I've been a ghost for the last 10 months, and I'm looking forward to sharing the relaxing part of this passion with you. I think it's safe to say I am now an airplane builder, and some amazing adventures await. To be continued.